LJ Young back again. Give everybody a chance. I know I started a couple minutes early. That's okay. That gives 2 more minutes for people to jump in here. By the time 10 o'clock Eastern hits. Welcome. I hope you guys caught my broadcast late at night, midnight Eastern time, 9 o'clock West Coast. So it was still early for you guys. So get on in here. Get on in here. While everybody's doing that, I will set up for the review. Welcome everybody. Welcome to this wonderful Tuesday. Pretty soon, it's cloudy, partly sunny here in South Carolina, but I love it. It's still warm. What's the temperature going to be today? That's why I love living here. Let's see. Let's see what the temperature is going to be today. It is going to be a high of 73 today. 73 degrees today. Woo! I love it here. Love it here in South Carolina. What's up, Hyphy, Born, Jennifer, Quentin, Mark? What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Get on in here. Today's video about velocity banking is brought to you by a subscriber by the name of Herbert Scott. He brought this velocity banking to my attention, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be velocity banking is crazy, man. It's just the weirdest thing. These things, hey, check it out. These things people be coming up with to tell people they're going to get out of debt faster if they use this way, and the only way you can get quickly out of debt is earn the money to pay the debt off. There's no quicker way. There's no fast way. They just sell people quick ways out of debt. They don't, it's no quick way out of debt. That's why they sell it to you. All right. What's up, Lord Vell? What's up, NC Briggs? How you doing? Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. All right, we're going to give a few more minutes for people to jump up in here. What time is it? We're 2 minutes, 50 seconds in. No. What time did I start? 10:01. So we're about 1 minute in as far as 10 o'clock goes, the scheduled time. So I'm going to give about 2 more minutes, let everybody get in here. For those of you that are new to my channel, what's up, best version? Mike. My name is LJ Young, and I'm a 100% debt-free motivational, a conscious debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where people live that believe in credit and debt and worshiping the almighty credit gods, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, think they are everything. They can't do anything without them. Born says, can we get the collab with you and Glendon Cameron? The people need that. I don't know who that is, Born. I got to look that up. I don't know who that is. Hey, does he have does Glendon have a channel on YouTube? If so, I can maybe Hyphy can post Glendon's link inside the chat here, so we can all go there or collab with him, or tell him that he should collab with me. Not should, but it would be a good collaboration. So let me know. All right, we're about 2 minutes in. What's up, Art? All right, let me make sure I got it. Okay, so before I begin, I want to thank everybody, my followers. I want to thank all the subscribers. I want to thank everybody who's part of the SMD family. You guys help me grow. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate, I appreciate everything that you guys do to push this channel. I know it's difficult because people are going to think you crazy if you tell them about me, but hey, it's wonderful being free and crazy and not a slave, And this was, and I've been reading a lot of feedback from clients. And this is what I want to make sure everybody understands, because I didn't know this. This is why I get feedback. If you're wondering if you're ready to see me, this is how you know. If you're in debt, you're ready to see me. Don't worry about preparing yourself to see me. Don't believe you have to have all these documents ready to talk to me about. No, I don't want to hear it. The purpose of the consultation is to speak to you on the phone and just listen to you about your financial situation. And your financial situation will tell me what I can do for you, what I can't do for you, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, thank you, Best Version. Appreciate it. And I will check him out after the video today. Okay. All right. So let me bring this guy up. Now, okay. Before I begin, all right, I always have to say this. The people that I review, I'm not saying anything negative about them. I'm not saying that they're lying. I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm not saying that they're cheating. I'm not saying that they're doing anything illegal. All I'm saying is this. I'm only pointing out the things that don't make mathematical sense. Things that don't make mathematical sense. And before we get in this video, this is what I want you guys to do that are new to the channel, that are new to just these different kind of things that's going to help you supposedly get out of debt faster. This is what I want you to do before we start this video. In your head, add up all your debt in your head. Add up every single penny, the mortgage, the collections, the credit cards, I mean, everybody can guess and see what kind of number it would take to pay off your debt. Now, I want you to keep that large negative number in your head, okay, as we go through this velocity banking video. Now, when he starts talking, what I want you to do is this. Always begin with this large negative number before anything he says. And if you begin with this large negative number, you tell me if any of what he's saying works, okay? If you start with this large negative number, because that's what it is. Bourne says Hustlers Kung Fu is the channel, but he's business, and you're about debt-free living. Debt-free business owning seems to be a hit to me. Oh yeah, wow. If he talks about debt-free business, I'm all ears. I want to hear that. All right, so let me bring this video up so we can all right, there we go. Okay, he's a youngster, young dude. He's new to the game, And all right, so we're gonna, again, remember, I'm not saying anything negative about this young man, okay? Nothing. I'm not saying he's doing anything wrong or anything. What I'm saying is this, because I watched a little bit of it. He's talking to those whom are in debt, okay? When you're financially free, none of this makes mathematical sense. And if it doesn't make mathematical sense, it doesn't make financial sense either. So let's get started here. All right. Oh, I got to start it there. Okay. 1 second here. All right. Here we go. Now, you guys can type all your questions inside the chat and I'll answer it after the video. Okay. Because I can't see it at the same time. So here we go.
Class. What is velocity? Velocity is the speed at which something is moving in any given direction. So let's go over the velocity of cash flow, of money for this situation, shall we? All right. So I had a really interesting conversation with this gentleman last night, actually. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna throw these numbers on the board and let's see what happens. I got a lot that I can do with this. This is a scenario where we're just about debt free. So for this gentleman, look, they're 10K. Their income is 10 to 12,000, so they're rocking and rolling, right? Their expenses, 5,000.
Now, I want you guys to understand these are made up numbers. Okay. Remember, he just threw some numbers on the board. He said they're from somebody. All right. So they're just made up numbers. Okay. Because there's no proof that it belongs to anybody. So just keep that in mind.
Okay. That means he's just like this. Right? He's making money, but not living the lifestyle of 10 to 12K, right? Like everyone else would do, right? If they were to have a big jump in income like that. So he's really smart for that. I didn't teach him that. That was real good. And his cash flow anywhere from 5 to 7K. And this is his only debt. It's a car. He's like, Denzel, show me how to kill this thing, man. I never saw the velocity banking before. Let's.
Okay, right off the bat, if that dude makes 10 to 12,000, let's just say this going to high end with $12,000 a month, okay? That's $144,000 a year. What is he doing with the $30,000 car loan? Okay, that right there off the bat, that's how you know he's talking to people in debt. If he's making $144,000 a year, he should not have a $30,000. Shouldn't have any kind of car loan, especially a $30,000 car loan.
Let's go into it. I want to do this because if I get me a line of credit, like he said, it's over. Game's over. Right? So when I do math,
it's over. Okay.
I'm making high income, right? I'm making a lot of money. Why not just throw this 5 to 7K at the debt? Why not do that? Because I would lose my cash flow of 30 grand in the process of doing that. That is why I like to borrow money first, use other people's money first, right?
I want you guys to understand, when you hear that other people's money, that's the bank wants you to do that because the bank understands that the majority have no money and they have no choice but to borrow their money. So don't fall for that other people's money type of saying. People in debt say things like that.
Make a chunk payment, use my income to satisfy the debt I just took from, and never pay any interest, right? If so, very minimal, and never lose my cash flow in the processo.
In the processo. He says, never pay any interest or very minimum. Which one is it? You paying interest or you're not? Which one? Math doesn't say maybe you do, maybe you don't. Math says you either are paying interest or you're not.
Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna get ourselves a line of credit, about 20K. I'm almost certain this guy can get this 20,000 line of credit from a credit union, not-for-profit bank, Navy, Federal, USAA, one of the things. They're gonna give it to him. Credit score.
Okay, you guys, I want to tell you something. He's just making up stuff. Okay, listen closely. He's just making up stuff. It doesn't make. Okay, let me just.
Good, and his income is high, so his debt to income ratio is really good because he doesn't have a.
Remember, when you hear the debt to income ratio, when you're out of debt, you have no debt. There is no ratio that exists when you're not in debt. There is no such thing as a debt to income ratio when you're not in debt. Okay.
A lot of debt, right? And
oh my God, he's talking so slow.
Right. If I was in these shoes, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get my line of credit out, and I'm gonna make a 15K chunk to this debt. It's gonna cut it literally in half. Okay. By the way, this guy's paying 45% interest.
Did you guys hear what he said? I don't even think that's real. 45% interest on a car loan. Okay. Okay, listen. If that dude is whoever this scenario is, if he's making $12,000 a month and he's paying 45% on a car loan, he's in debt. He's in deep debt because, first of all, anybody with that manages money well would never finance a car anyway, period. But if you're financing a car at 45% interest rate, you are in debt or you don't know anything about money.
On that truck, on this.
There is no cash flow. In this scenario, how he's describing it, whoever this mysterious person is deep, deep in debt.
The truck that he has, paying 45% interest on this 30 grand. Okay, there's 2 years left on this car note, right? And my goal is to kill that in half the time. Increase my cash flow and raise my credit score, lower my expenses, all using my own income, and I don't lose my cash flow in the process, right? Okay, cool. So, make a 15K chunk.
I ain't gonna lie, you guys. It's hard to follow this dude because what he's saying makes no mathematical sense whatsoever. I really gotta focus in on the things he's saying. I gotta focus in.
As soon as he does this, right? As soon as he gets this line of credit, he's gonna make that chunk payment. Okay.
As soon as he goes deeper in debt of $20,000, he's gonna do some magic here. So that's what I'm waiting on.
Right. Let's say it gets done month of September. He will immediately save $13,190.42.
Okay. He has a $30,000 car debt at 45% interest. If he takes out a now 30 plus 20 is $50,000 in the negative. Okay. If he takes this $20,000 of line of credit out, he's going to immediately save $13,000. Does that math? According to my calculator, that math makes absolutely no sense. I have no idea what he's talking about. None. This type of velocity banking, let me tell you something. If you're in debt, you're looking for something else that's going to pay your debt off. You're looking for something. And what he's saying is it makes no sense. So it's definitely going to confuse a person in the debt matrix. Okay.
Just by making a chunk payment of 15K. Just by doing that. Right. Now,
where's the chunk payment of $15,000 coming from if he's $50,000 in debt, according to these numbers?
This is his cushion for the debt that he just borrowed from, because obviously he's going to pay interest over here too. But what happens is it offsets, so it's as if he didn't pay any interest because he just saved over 13 grand right here on this debt. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay. Now, the car payment is $18.27 a month.
Oh my God. Did you? Okay, you guys, listen. Bourne is right. There is a cap on interest on a car loan, okay? Now he's telling us that whoever this mysterious person is, his car payment is $1,827 a month. Do you guys see he's just making up these numbers? How many followers this guy got? He got 10,000 subscribers. And he's saying that this car payment is $1,800 a month on a $30,000 car. I don't know who's, but okay. Oh God, this guy's killing me, man.
So the way he's going to continue to pay this for the next 10 months, right, or less, is his income right here. He's going to dump all that, boom, right into that 20K.
How's he gonna do that if he's 50,000 in debt?
He's gonna withdraw 5,000 to pay his expenses, and his cash flow of 5 to 7 is gonna stay in there. Dude, literally 2 months, his 15K will be wiped out.
Makes totally no sense to me.
Wiped out. And then the debt becomes revolving for another. I didn't do the math.
What?
I really didn't, I'll be honest with you.
Me neither.
I want to say that the debt will become revolving for another 3 to 4 months. Not even. Because all of that is cash. It's all cash flow.
Oh, okay. What's this dude's name?
Do the quick math right here.
Denzel.
10, 15, yeah. 3 to 4 months. Boom.
Wow, just that easy.
Killed. Right? Technically, in 2 months, the debt would be paid off. original 15 that I took from to make a chunk payment here, saved 13K here, dumped my 10 in here, right? And I did that for 2 months where I dumped 10 to 12. Boom.
You know, when I watch this, you guys, when I watch this, his math makes absolutely no sense. I'm just looking at him. I'm looking at his eyes to see if he really believes what he's saying and he believes everything he's saying to us, and what if he believes what he's saying on this board. It makes absolutely no sense.
Boom. Right? Debt is paid off. Now it becomes revolving for the next 2, 3 months, 5, 10, 15. Done. Have a nice day. Right? And that is quickly killing this debt in literally 10 months. Right? Because the next following months after we made those 2 chunks back into the line of credit, we made 1 chunk out of the line of credit to kill that debt.
This is what I think. This is my opinion. That's why there's so many velocity banking videos out there. I believe the banks have made up this velocity banking so people can use credit cards to pretend that they're going to pay off debt faster using their credit card. Hence why the word banking is in the name, velocity banking, because they made this up.
And then we just started paying the $18.27 for the next 8 months. So I hit my goal, right? I killed it in half the time, right? 10 months. And he's going to be a happy guy because now his cash flow is going to be up $18.27. He's going to own this truck. He's going to own it outright. Now, it doesn't end there.
There is no way. There is no way a person that took out a car loan at 45% interest. I'm sure he's making these numbers up. Okay, I don't. That's legal loan sharking. Okay, you can't do that. That's not true. But anyway. There is no way a person that takes out a 45% car loan is going to follow this method and pay off their car. That's not true. There is no cash flow. And this is only the scenario of the 2 scenarios that he's talking about, the line of credit and the car debt. If somebody's doing this, they have multiple credit cards, multiple loans, title loans, everything under the sun.
It doesn't end here. No way.
No, it doesn't end there?
That, man.
Gotcha.
Listen, this person is in their 40s, all right, grown man. So now we gotta turn the gears on, man. We gotta be really proactive, right?
I would love to see this guy's personal credit report. I would love to see it, all 3 of them.
Because once we've killed debt, once we've gotten our cash flow right, okay, what is next?
What's next, Denzel?
All right, what's next?
I asked you that already. What's next?
Dude, you gotta create wealth.
Ah, okay. All right.
Leave a legacy behind.
Legacy.
For our family.
Family.
All right. We're
okay.
in our 40s, man.
40s.
Our income is rocking and rolling.
Gotcha.
But that ain't gonna be rocking and rolling for too long.
No?
Okay.
Okay.
So I got a 10-year plan for this person.
Okay.
10-year.
All right. How old are you? 19? All right, but go ahead. That's beside the point. Go ahead. Go ahead, Denzel.
Okay, here's what I would do.
Okay, what would you do?
I was in my 40s, or 45 years old.
Yeah, but you're not. But go ahead.
This example: 45-year-old individual making 10 to 12K a month, income's rocking and rolling, cash flow is up almost 8,000 now. I'm debt free. Okay, here are my goals for this person. They want to buy a home. They want to have some nice cars. They want to have a vehicle that they can access money to at any time.
Oh, you're talking about
not lose it.
Okay.
Just like a line of credit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is that vehicle Now, if you've been watching my channel, you already know where I'm about to dive into.
I don't know. I'm dying for you to tell me. Come on, tell me.
Financial concepts that have never failed. Right?
Never.
What are they? Insurance, banking, real estate. All right. I am in my 40s. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my savings asset in line. Because once I have this, I am guaranteeing myself wealth creation and a legacy behind for my family. So that's the insurance part, right? Insurance, protection, right? It's protecting your wealth and also leaving a legacy behind for your family, right? So I'm going to set that up. Let's see, how much money would I throw at this? Okay, if I'm rocking and rolling, my cash flow is anywhere from 5, no, well, definitely not 5 anymore. It's more than that. It's going to be 6.8K, like 8.
Okay. All right, you guys, listen. He's just making up numbers. He is confusing the crap out of people in debt. I'm looking at this thing. It has 127 likes, okay? And 7 down not likes. Where did he come up with 6.8 to 7? See what I'm saying? He's just making up stuff.
Even more, right? Probably even more than that. But, I like to lowball people just a little bit. So, my cash flow is here, right? How much money am I going to throw at this? Create this savings asset. I'm gonna do.
Dude, if you don't hurry up.
All right, let's just, a third of that.
It's like drip torture.
1,000. No, less. Like 2,500, 2 grand. All right, so let's say 30,000 for the year. 30K. And I'm still gonna have my cash flow in my checking or savings account, wherever he's storing his cash right now. Still gonna be there. Taking a portion for the entire year to create this savings.
Have you noticed? Look at the title of this video, you guys. He got Dave Ramsey's name inside of this video. I have the only reason I think he has the Dave Ramsey's video in there so people would click on his video. But other than that, Dave Ramsey has absolutely nothing to do with this. Nothing. I guarantee you, Dave Ramsey has nothing to do with this. This scenario makes absolutely no mathematical sense. I have no idea why he has name in there. Just for clickbait, that's about it.
Savings asset, right? Where my money is now going to grow 4 to 6%, guaranteed. Okay, in the insurance column, and I'm going to have a guaranteed legacy money when I pass, no matter what. And I'm going to have my money throughout my living years, no matter what. I won't lose anything. I won't lose my cash. Now, what else would you recommend for this guy? Okay, income's rocking and rolling. Cash flow is high. Debt-free. Expenses are low. Credit score is high. Okay, what would you recommend? All right, by the way, this person is in the...
Now, I want you guys to pay close attention to this, okay? Because this is how it works. If this young man was debt-free, there is no way in a million years he would have made this video and made it public. There is no way he would have did that on purpose. He would have did it. He would not have done this. Unless I could see his personal credit report, I can't tell if he's just doing this for money or he really believes what he's saying on this board. I can't tell. Well, I can tell by the way he's talking, but you just never know. You never know.
Industry like transportation, right? He drives trucks for a living. That's what he does. Right? So what would you recommend for this gentleman, right? What do most people say? Oh, invest your money in the stock market, or buy some real estate.
This truck driver This truck driver makes $144,000 a year. Do truck drivers make that much money? I never knew that.
Or hey, we're man, that thing is rocking and rolling. Hey man, you know what I would do? If I have 20 plus years or so experience in this industry, trucking industry, right? I drive trucks. I know, maybe I'm really good at my geography. Okay, I understand about oil. Maybe I have some experience, dealing with companies. Listen, what I would do is I'm going to invest in myself before I invest in anything. I'm going to invest in myself, right? The first move, that's an investment in myself, right? I'm acquiring something literally just for me. Okay. Now, the second thing, I'm also going to continue to invest in myself. Maybe there's a course that I can buy, some books I can start reading, like literally for like a year or less. I'm just going to acquire knowledge, more knowledge in the stuff that I already know. And dude, maybe he finds a liking in, I don't know, like importing and exporting, maybe. I'm throwing ideas for this guy. Importing and exporting goods and services, right? What has he been doing for the last 15, 16 years, right? 20 years. He's been hauling goods and services, right? Equipment, products, all kinds of stuff. Well, who knows what he's delivered, right? And where and to and from, right?
I notice inside of the tags down there below, just above the Velocity Banking Dave Ramsey name, the title, there's something called infinite banking. I got to look that up and see if that's real too. I've never heard of infinite banking. It must be connected to Velocity Banking.
Importing and exporting, man. You can get into that. The ports, there's a lot of money to be made there. Okay. Especially if you know that, like if you're already a practitioner, you're a master in it already. All you got to do is refine some skills. That is the best investment. He'll make 10x anything in that, rather than trying to go over here with Joe Schmo or Sally or Sue or Bob, right? No. We're gonna invest in ourselves. We're gonna get ourselves right. And then he'll be hanging out with the Saudis, man.
What?
with all the oil.
Oh my goodness gracious. Are you still, Denzel, are you still talking about Velocity Banking? What are you talking about, man? You have totally lost me. I have no idea what you're talking. The Saudis, where you at now? You left America? You didn't let me know you left America. You didn't tell me that.
Rocking and rolling. He'll have this rocking and rolling. Okay, every year he's throwing, like a third or less of his cash flow into this savings asset. He's investing in himself. Now he's actually investing in things like maybe like oil, transportation, import, export. Right? This is just for him, but for you viewers as well, for you guys get to really see just how I like to think when I'm looking at your forms that you're submitting.
Whose forms are you looking at?
You're looking for some help, trying to kill debt.
Oh man,
your expenses are too high. Whatever personal financial situation that you are in, I have a form. Fill it out. Don't waste no time. I'm starting to get more and more people submitting these forms like every day now, and I'm seeing some really good, solid individuals that they got their finances right, and all I'm doing a little tweak right here, and then I'm getting some situations, boy, where I'm like, man, they are in the weeds. They're paying through their teeth, right? Their cash flow is negative. And those are the people that I really, really want to serve, right? Because they're just as valuable as this person right here to me, if not.
If you're in debt, there is no way you can understand any of this, what he's saying. First of all, it makes absolutely no sense. And if you're in debt 9 times out of 10, you probably you're not that good at math, or you really don't understand the numbers or percentage rates. So you definitely don't understand that.
Not even more, because with that person, I can do so much more with them. This individual right here, they just need a little, little, little move, right? And in reality, this person is helping me more than I'm helping them. I'm just showing them a little blueprint. Hey, 10 years, we'll be rocking and rolling. We'll be hanging out with the Saudis. We'll be traveling the world. You're going to have the cars that you want. You're not going to buy those cars here in America. You're going to go buy those nice cars, in the foreign countries where you can get it for even less.
Oh God, this kid, man, he is funny. He is funny.
Understand? You got the importing and exporting. Come on, man. Hey.
Wow.
Hey, man. we're getting somewhere. So that's about it for this video right here. If you like this video, please leave a comment below. You want to become a part of this family, subscribe, like my video.
Okay, that's enough.
Reach out to me.
All right, that's enough.
I will help you. I will serve you.
All right, that's enough. Woo, wee, ooh, wee, ooh, wee. Wow, that is just. Hey, you know what? I've been looking at a lot of velocity banking videos. There's a lot, man. There's a lot. Woo. So for those of you that are getting out of debt, or you don't know which way to go, all you got to do, the easiest way to see if the financial channels you may be watching, to see if they're telling you the truth or not, always go into there with your debt number in mind. Okay, think of that large negative number, and then I always want you to, any formula that they give you in any financial channel, I want you to always start with your negative number, your negative debt number in your head. And always begin with that. Always begin with your negative number, and then run their formulas. Whoever it is, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. Always start with your large negative number and see if any of their formulas work. If you're doing their whole plan while in the negative, you got to understand this. Math says that's mathematically impossible to invest in anything, to pay off anything. You can't do any of that with negative dollars. That's mathematically impossible. Okay. Always remember that. Okay. Morning, Sean. Best version says, yeah, he put Dave Ramsey for clickbait. Yeah, that's true. That's got to, because Dave Ramsey has absolutely nothing to do with what he's talking about. Absolutely nothing. Bourne says owner operator can 140,000 kind of high, but 85 to 120 is very possible. Okay, yeah, all right. BK from Rocky says gross versus net are different. Yes, it is. As HT Logistics discussed, they make a lot, but need a lot to run their trucks. I bet you they do. What's up, Abe? Welcome. And this is what I was thinking too, you guys. And I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna buy one today. I'm gonna order one off of Amazon. But this popped up in my head the other day. Can you imagine playing Monopoly the game, as a debt-free person? You will kill it. This is what I suggest, and this is what I'm going to do. I just don't tell you guys to do something and I don't do it myself. I'm going to order me a Monopoly game, and guess what I'm going to do, which I've never done in my entire life of all the years I've ever played Monopoly. I've never taken the time to read the rules of Monopoly myself. I've always started Monopoly asking the people around me, okay, hey, how do you play this, right? And that's a natural thing. Hey, how do you play Monopoly? And then somebody next to you or whatever is going to tell you. But what I never understood was this. I don't know who's telling me how to play Monopoly. Is this person in debt telling me how to play Monopoly? If they're, and I guarantee you, they probably learned from somebody else. I never took the time to read the actual rules of Monopoly, the game. and play from a debt-free perspective. So this is what I want you guys to do. Okay. If you're not debt-free now, this is a very good idea. Okay. If you're not debt-free now, because I'm sure you can play Monopoly online now. If you're not debt-free now, this is what I want you to do. Start a Monopoly game. You can do online, whatever, it doesn't matter. Online, but always play with people in debt. Play with people in debt, and you play from the SMD perspective, the debt-free perspective. I guarantee you'll win every single time. Always play from the debt-free perspective, because I think about it now, the majority of people who had taught me to play Monopoly from not reading the rules themselves and only from the debt perspective. Because if a person's been in debt all their lives and they're playing Monopoly, they're going to play from the debt perspective. And if they're teaching you the debt perspective. So if you want to see what it's like, if you're not, okay, I'm trying to put this right. If you're not debt free now and you want to know what it's going to be like for you out in the financial world when you become debt free, you can find out right now by playing Monopoly with somebody or 3-4 people that are in debt. All you got to do is see if they got a finance cell phone in their hand. Say, yeah, I want to play with you. Hey, man, you got that new iPhone 11? Yeah. Can you play Monopoly with me? Is that your new car? Yeah. How much are your payments? Oh, it's not that much. Hey, come play Monopoly with me. Play with anybody that's in debt. It will show you how you're going to kill it out here in this financial world. Monopoly will be a totally different game. You will win damn near almost every single time, and none of them will know how you're doing it. You know why? Because you'll be playing from a debt-free perspective. You will kill it. You will kill it. This will give you an idea what you're going to do with real money. When you get out of debt, you're going to have real money. And this is how you're going to do it in the real world. Bam, just like that. BK from the Rockies says, boom, most people don't read the rules of Monopoly. Once you read them, you'll look at the game a way different way. 2 times BK from the Rockies, play from the debt-free perspective, and you know the exact rules of the game. Nobody ever, I'm 50 years old. I never once read the rules of Monopoly. Never. As many times as I played since a kid. Never. Abe says, facts. You're right, LJ. People who are in debt don't want to be disciplined to pay off their loans. They don't. They want instant gratification. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Nancy Brick says, I don't want his help. This is how you guys can practice right now. If you're in debt and you're working on your debt, you can practice right now by starting to play Monopoly. Take the time, take an evening, not even an evening, take about 30 minutes, 15 minutes to read the rules of Monopoly. Even the words, they might use some words. I haven't even read the rules, but I'm going to do it today. Read the rules. And if there's a word in there you don't understand, make sure you look it up and define it, because every word meaning, when it comes to money, every word in money matters. You must know the meaning of every word, because people in the debt matrix use financial words the wrong way. They be calling like cars assets. They'll call their own home an asset if they're making mortgage payment. It doesn't make any sense. But they use these words and it confuse people. Best version. What did the comments say on that? I haven't looked at the comments yet. I haven't looked at them yet. If anything is positive on that, when I see things like, say like this, and I know you're going to, like this best version, if I see 127 likes, that means in the comments, there's going to be a whole bunch of people that agree with what he's saying. What that tells me, and what it should tell you, is that how free you're going to be. Because if there's people that believe what they're saying, they're in debt. Because none of what he's saying makes any kind of, it makes no mathematical sense whatsoever. They're basically saying, instead of using your own money to pay off your debt, you use this credit card, this line of credit to pay off your debt. If you use the bank's money, you're going to be paying interest on that money. If you use your own money, there is no interest. But if you use the bank's money, there's going to be interest. So you're going to be going deeper. It makes no sense. But if all they got to do is get people to believe it, and they're winning. Because I promise you, if he actually believes what he's saying, he wouldn't. No, if he knew about money, he wouldn't have made that video. He definitely wouldn't attach Dave Ramsey's name on it. He definitely wouldn't have did that. That was a no. That's just clickbait. Mark says velocity banking sounds super confusing to me. To NC Briggs, and that's on purpose, Mark. That's on purpose. It's designed just like credit. Credit is designed to keep people confused and in debt. That's the purpose of. I mean, for people who are in debt, it doesn't confuse me. Credit is a tool. When I need it, I'll go and use it. But when I'm done with it, I'll put it back on the shelf. I don't need it. See what I'm saying? Any other questions, you guys? Any other questions? We're about 45 minutes in. Any other questions? And I need you guys input your ideas. If you want to see something from me, some kind of different content or anything like that, let me know, and then I'll make it happen. But if you are in debt, now is the time to see me. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to prepare yourself, because time is of the essence. The sooner you do it, the sooner you get out of debt, the longer period of time you'll be free for the rest of your life. The earlier you start, the longer you'll enjoy this freedom. Okay. I didn't wake up till around age 40-ish, early 40s. Okay. I'm 50 now. So I've been free about 7-8 years, something like that, whatever. If I count the time that the light went off in my head, it's about that long. It's about 8 years, because it took me about 2 years to pay off my debt. 2 years. Now, the average person, like 2 years. Yeah, there is no other choice. There is no other choice unless you can get a Chapter 7, and then that's instantaneous. But Chapter 7 doesn't get rid of school loan debt. All right. Any other questions, you guys? Any questions? Any questions on the video today? NC Briggs says, I'm just lost. Yeah. It makes no sense. As he's talking, his math made absolutely no sense. I'm just looking at the background. I'm looking at his clothes. I'm looking out, just listening to his young talk. I'm not even paying attention because it doesn't even make any sense. Mark says, for real, it sounded like he didn't know what he was talking about at NC Briggs. He doesn't. Else he wouldn't have made a video, a public video saying the things he says. And it's been up there since 2018. It's crazy, man. And there's a ton of velocity banking videos out there. I mean, if you pay attention to these videos, they all have, not this guy, okay, but they all have the same set of numbers in this pie chart. They're all the same, right? They're all the same. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. If you stumble across this video and you believe in velocity banking, this is what I want you to do. I want you to log onto your Credit Karma. You don't even have to add it up. You can just log onto your Credit Karma, go to the top. As soon as you log in, it'll show you your total amount of debt. Okay. You don't even have to go, because some people are even scared to even look through their stuff, right? You take that large negative number. With that large negative number in mind, you go and watch these velocity banking videos, any financial video on YouTube, it doesn't matter. And you always start with your large negative number, and you find out if any of their formulas make sense. That's how to tell who's lying and who's telling the truth or who's faking. That's it. Best Version Motivation says, Chris Hogan quoted an article that 70% of Americans don't have $1,000 to their name. Oh, I got to look that up. That's true. That's very true. People in debt know this is to be true. They know this. And think about it this way. And I want to teach you guys here in the SMD family how big the picture is. All right. Now imagine this. 70% of Americans don't even have $1,000. Now imagine those 70% of people investing into the stock market. Now, if their finances are in the negative, math says that's mathematically impossible for them to invest in the stock market. So what are they doing? They're indirectly investing for the bank. They're not putting their own money in the bank. They're investing for the bank. So because they literally have no money to invest in the stock market. So they literally have to borrow that money. So they're going to borrow the money from the bank, invest for the bank. If they win, people in debt keep investing, which is good for the bank. But if they invest and lose, they still owe that same amount of money to the bank. The bank doesn't lose. The bank doesn't lose at all. That's a win-win. Best version says their excuse was that they don't make enough money. It's always their excuse that they don't make enough money. It's always they don't make enough money, or it's taxes that are keeping them down. No, it's not. All I got to do is look at a person's personal credit report. It'll tell me everything I need to know why they're losing. Those same people, they're calling up checking their student loan balance on their brand new iPhone 11 finance phone. Oh my God, this balance is never going down. They're checking on their finance cell phone. They have no idea why they're probably in their car driving down the street in their finance car, checking their student loan balance from inside their car with their finance cell phone. You guys, I want you guys to seriously. If I don't even know if this is true or not, but I wonder if you I'm sure you could play Monopoly online. I need to look that up. I really need to look that up. Sean C says, Rich Dad Poor Dad made a game app called Cash Flow. It runs like Monopoly, but you start out in debt. Student loans, car payments, etc. You work your way out of debt by paying off your loans and investing. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I just think it'd be cool to play Monopoly from a debt-free perspective right off the bat. Because everybody, you got to remember, when everybody starts Monopoly, they're debt-free according to the game. Nobody has debt, right? And then you just stay debt-free throughout the game while everybody puts themselves in debt, and you're going to win the game. My Mazda 5 says, LJ, your videos of the whiteboard is a good way to show the example of how math works in debt 2020. Okay. Oh, my old whiteboard videos. You know what I'm going to do? Instead of doing an actual whiteboard, I got this program that I use, StreamYard. I can put up pictures. I can write out all my stuff, and I'll do the same thing, but I'll just throw up pictures. Okay. That way I don't have to physically stand up and write on a board. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Mazda. I'll do that. You know, I'll do more details of 401, the real money savings of 401k, HSA. I'll do it on a board so you guys can actually see how it works. Okay. A financial nightmare, NC Briggs says, yep, it's messed up, man. When you guys get to, you know, when I say messed up, okay, those are my feelings. Don't mix up my feelings inside of mathematics, because it must remain this way. The majority of people must remain in debt. The majority of people must not have $1,000 in their account. The majority of people must finance cars, cell phones. In order for us who are financially free, the 15% of us that are financially free, 85% of Americans are in debt. We're free. In order for us to remain free, people must continue to finance things. It is what it is. That's how it works. Because if everybody listened to what I said right now, there would be nobody left to finance cars, cell phones, furniture, all that stuff, and the whole economy would crash. The economy runs on debt. There's two economies. I keep telling you guys this. There's two economies. One that's visible to the majority of Americans, and then there's one economy that's not, that only can be seen by those who are debt-free. The one that's invisible, it controls the one that's visible, and it also relies on the one that's visible. Okay? It controls it and relies on it. You ever, like, for example, here's tax season coming up right now. It's coming up. I want you to pay attention to social media close. I want you to see how many people are happy about their income tax check coming. I want you to see how many people tell you what they're going to do with their income tax check. They say these things out loud. They don't know that what they're saying. They're acting like the government is giving them some money. It's their money. They just gave too much money to the government during the year. That's it. There's nothing more than that. and they're happy about it. It's their money. It's like being happy about getting your paycheck every day. Woo, it's Friday. I mean, yeah, they do that too, though. People do that too on Facebook. Woohoo, it's Friday. It's payday. It's payday. When you're happy about payday like that, that means you're in debt. Because when you're not in debt, you don't really, paydays come, but you almost forget about the paydays. You'd be like, oh, we got paid last week. Oh man, let me go check to make sure it went in there. That's about it. You're going to check to see if it was deposited, but you're not going to be like, woohoo, it's happy, it's payday. No, that's telling the world and the people around you that you're in debt because you're happy about a payday. It doesn't make any sense. Sean C says the Monopoly app in the Play Store is $3.99 and you can play online. Oh, okay. All right, that's good to know. That is very good to know. My girlfriend has a 6-year-old son. I'm going to buy the board game because I'm going to teach him right now. Everything I know financially that I didn't teach my sons growing up because I lived in the debt matrix. I wasn't able to teach my sons this financial knowledge. That's very unfortunate that I didn't know, but right now he's going to know. So my girlfriend's son, he's definitely going to know. And if he chooses not to use it as he becomes an adult, that's just his choice. But he's going to know it. So when he runs into these financial situations, I want him to look back and say, damn, Linnell taught me that, man. I can't believe I didn't. Yeah. Yeah. The majority is strong. The majority of the population is strong. It is strong. They got a strong hold. The conditioning is strong. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? All right. Let me put, get that scrolling along, SavingsMinusDebt.com to schedule your free 30-minute consultation. Please don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button. Please don't forget to share my channel. All you got to do is you don't even have to tell them my name. You don't have to tell them. You just tell them I'm about finance and just tell them to Google #SavingsMinusDebt. I will be the only one that populates in that result search. Okay. I will be the only one. They'll click on the video. If they like it, they'll click subscribe and like or whatever. All right. So that I'm the only one that'll pop up in that Google search. No, I didn't pay Google to do that. I'm just unique. And I'm not even bragging. There's my Cash App. I want to thank everybody for the donations. All of it is appreciated. And no, I'm not rich. Okay. I'm not rich, but I have put in everything I am financially, I am as a person into this business because I believe in it, because it's helping people. Okay. Here's my PayPal for donations as well. All right. Here's my email, just in case if you want to shoot me a question, maybe you just have a simple question. But remember, you don't have to prepare yourself to see me. If you're in debt, you're ready. Okay. If you are in debt, you are ready to see me. All right. Let's see. NC Briggs says, when I get debt free, I'm going to dance on. He says, when I get debt free, I'm going dance on payday so I can still see normal. Okay, I see what you're saying. You're going to dance on payday so you can see normal. You know what, NC Briggs? No, you're not. You're not going to do that because you're going to be like, if I do that, I'm going to be just like them. Yeah, and you're going to stop. You're not going to do. Trust me, you're not, because it's going to be hard for you. You're going to try, but you won't be able to do it because you're going to. I don't want people believing I'm in the debt matrix. I'm going to just be quiet. That's it. You know. Jennifer says, Monopoly is the only board game I have, and I haven't played it in a long time. Great idea, LJ. Let's rep the SMD Familia. Jennifer, I'm telling you, Jennifer, read the instructions, read the rules, because I've never read the rules of Monopoly ever. I just went by people around me. And now that you understand that there's a difference between people in debt and people not in debt, you will play Monopoly from a debt-free perspective. And this will give you an insight on, once you're out of debt, how you will play the Monopoly game in the real financial world. You're going to kill it. You're going to be winning every time, and people are not going to know how you're doing it, even if you told them. I'm excited. I'm excited. Hyphy says, I'm going to add the Monopoly board game to our Discord server so we can play as a group. Okay, cool, Hyphy. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I don't know how you're going to do it. Hyphy's master at that stuff. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm going to play for sure. Believe that. I'm playing. Nicer says, what's up, SMD family? What's up, Nicer? Quentin says, I'll be up that way this weekend. That's right. XL t-shirt. All right. I'm looking forward to beating you, Quentin. All right, that's gonna be cool. I ain't forgot about you. We just gotta set up a time and a place. All right. So shoot me an email so we get that down before today's Tuesday. We're talking the weekend, so Saturday or Sunday, one of those days. So whatever day we pick, meet up at a Starbucks or something, man. It'd be nice. Okay. And I appreciate your support by buying a shirt. Thank you. T-shirts on sale. I forgot to put that up there. Thanks for reminding me about that. Let me put this up there. T-shirts at SavingsMinusDebt.com under products. Okay. Go to my website and you can purchase your t-shirts there. I appreciate all your support. Thank you very much. Thank you for all of those. Thank you for all the people that have already purchased the t-shirt. Thank you very much. Once you buy it, I get that in the mail the next day right away because I don't like wasting nobody's time and money. I don't do that. Thank you, NC Briggs. You got yours yesterday. Cool. Appreciate your support, man. Appreciate your support. This is just the first round of shirts. I've learned a lot. The next one's probably going to be a little bit different design, a little bit thicker. It counts on, and I got to remember the seasons because, if I get a thin t-shirt, people, and it's wintertime, you're not going to be able to wear it. And, so I've learned a lot of things. Everything, when you get out on your own, you're going to learn a lot of stuff. And you just learn from the things, because I want my followers, subscribers to trust me that I'm going to deliver on my product, blah, blah, blah. And I want you guys to understand that everything's a learning process. So I appreciate it. Thank you, NC Briggs. Any other questions? Any other questions? We're about just over 1 hour, 2 minutes now. It's almost 12 o'clock. So side note, this is what I do. Like come January, I start to take my body to the next level, start to get sliced up for the summer. Okay. So what I do right now, so I stop eating at 8 o'clock and I don't start eating till 12 o'clock the next day. So that's like what, 16 hours. So I eat like, because this is how I think about when it comes to the body, and I think about it the same way as money. Okay, if we have to sleep, right? I mean, everybody for some reason at night, our body says we got to go to sleep, right? So I figure like this: if the body needs to sleep, it must have to. If it forces us to sleep, it must be doing something in pretty important things. Why would I hinder that process of whatever the body's doing at night by putting a bunch of bad food in my body at night when it doesn't need to be there? So what I do is I eat 8 hours a day. I only eat from 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And when my last meal time is close, I eat as close as possible to 8 o'clock. So that'll help me get through that last few hours that I'm still up. Because I fall asleep around 11 o'clock or something like that. So the last few hours, I'll be full, right? So I don't munch on anything after 8 o'clock. But once you get used to it, it's really not that big deal. But so I slice up for the summer, but I start in January. So let me show you guys something real quick here. Again, this is not bragging. This is just what I do. Okay, so let me see. All right, here we go. All right, I am going to show you my summer body. Okay, this is my summer body. Is it there now? No, it's January. Yeah, it seems like that, Jaws, but it's my lifestyle. It sounds like intermediate fasting, but as soon as you put labels on it, people just think it's different. But when you get used to it, it's not. I don't wake up in the middle of the night and eat anyway. Once I go to sleep, I go to sleep. I don't wake up and say I'm hungry. That never happens to me. Okay. So let me show you guys something. This is my summer body. All right, this is how I look in the summer. All right. This is what I do. As you can see, stomach is my favorite. Stomach is my thing. All right. I do some crazy exercises for the stomach, and this is just what I do. So this is my summer body. Am I looking like that right now? No, we're in January. So I start early. I don't like to rush. Hey, let me get 50 pounds off. Well, I don't have that much weight anyway, but I don't want to say I'm taking 20 pounds off before the summer. I just get to that point. And I promise you, once you stop eating at 8, it's going to be tough. Stop eating at 8 and wake up at 12. I mean, not wake up at 12, but start eating at 12. You really do get used to it. Your body will adjust. It's going to fight you at first. It's going to be like, hey, we usually eat breakfast here or some chips there or whatever. Then once it knows that you're not going to do that, it will adjust. So that's me. Age, no, this photo is a couple years old, I believe. Yeah, it might be 2 years old. This particular photo is about 2 years old. Maybe, not sure. I'm looking at the phone, so I'm assuming that phone is my previous phone. Yeah, that's my previous phone. So, but anyway, yeah. Hyphy says, I wish Mr. was here so he could give consent for us to break down his recent financial dilemma. Oh, gotcha. You know, Hyphy, Mr. was he was actually ahead of the game. You know, once he's told us about the other cars and stuff, it's like you're ahead of the game, man. You're ahead of the game. But you know, like I said, I'll let it up to him to break down the financial situation. But he already had things in place to get him out of whatever financial stuff he's in. He already had it in place. Jaws 2003 says, got you, LJ. Appreciate it. Thank you. NC Briggs says, I need your advice on working out. Put it this way, NC Briggs. You know how I am with money? I'm the same thing with working out. I don't follow the mainstream. I don't, because people, okay, well, a lot of you guys don't know. I started out with Food Ain't My Daddy. First, before it became Savings Minus Debt, it was Debt Ain't My Daddy. And before Debt Ain't My Daddy, there was Food Ain't My Daddy. If you want to look me up on Facebook, facebook.com/Food Ain't My Daddy. Okay. That was my thing I was going to do as a business. Right. But I found that there's so many people out there faking it that can juice or take certain supplements or take some kind of edge, or they're doing something else. There were so many things that people could just lie about to the reason how they got in shape. Hell, you can get surgery now. So, and you can just tell the world that you just did it. Right. But finances, you cannot lie about. You can't trick anybody. You can't fool. You know, you can't take a pill to fix it. That's why I chose debt, because it was, even though it was more tough to come across as a business, I loved, once I found Debt Ain't My Daddy, I could prove everything I was saying with math, so nobody could trick you or trick or lie about it. You know, it's proof. So that's what I did. So if you guys want to check me out and you want to check out my videos or my workout routines, that's where I post my stuff. I post my stuff on facebook.com/Food Ain't My Daddy. I upload my videos. And on this channel, if you go way back to the end, go all the way back to the very first videos I put on this channel, you'll see a lot of my workout videos there. They're a few years old, but go back there and you want to see what I do, go back there and check it out. Okay, go all the way back to the end of my videos. You'll see my workout videos. Okay, and yes, I can do that still. I do all those things and I still do them now today. Okay, I just can't do them inside of Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is like the library of gyms, you know, so I can't go crazy up in there. NC Briggs says, I want to be built like Blade too. I ain't gonna lie, Blade, man. Blade was my idol back in the day, boy. I'm telling you, man. That was my man there, boy. Hey, what's up? I am Brandon. Good morning from Phoenix. So I know it's warm there. Hyphy says, by the way, this is the link to the Savings Minus Debt Discord server. Everyone should join. Appreciate it, Hyphy. BK from the Rock, he says, Linnell, consider doing fitness series of YouTube videos for men in your age bracket. BK, that's what I did in the beginning. Okay, I did that in the beginning. Not saying that I'm not. Summer's coming. I might jump back into it, but the fitness part wasn't getting any traction because there's so much stuff out there that's steering people in so many different directions. What I do now is I live this way as a lifestyle. I mean, I'm only that cut in the summertime because I like taking my shirt off in the summertime. I don't look like that year round. Okay. I want you guys to understand it. I don't look like that year round, but I'm not far off from it. Okay. So it's not a big deal to get to that point. So, and I'll show you guys that once you make it your lifestyle, like all I drink is, as you guys can see, all I drink is water. I don't drink juices and pops and sugary drinks. I just don't drink that kind of stuff because it's really no purpose of drinking it. I don't know. You know, I can't imagine drinking a whole tall glass of red sugary juice. I just can't do that. What's up, Silent Rage? Welcome. Let me get this picture off because this is a finance channel. All right, let me stop sharing that. Okay. For some people walk into my channel and say, dude, you talk about finances. What you got a half naked picture up there for? You know, I'm just saying, I'm just showing people what it's like to be financially free. And when you think about it this way, because it all connects. Once you're financially free, you don't have to work extra hours. And if you don't have to work extra hours, you have more time for yourself to take better care of yourself. You got time to get up, walk, go to the gym, you know, because if you're working 50, 60, 70 hours a week, and then you try to get to the gym, good luck with that. And now I notice now that I'm out of the debt matrix, the only time I could go to the gym was after work. That's when the gym is the most crowded with people there after work. When you don't have a job or you got your own business, you go at 10 o'clock, you get to go with all the retirees. And there's plenty of room for everybody at that time, I promise you. Good morning, Silent Rage. Silent Rage says, best fat cutting tips. You know, stop eating sugar. Okay, you want to get sliced up? This is all you got to do. And I say all you got to do, same thing will get out of debt. All you got to do is stop, you know. This is what I do. Pay attention to your sodium intake. Not salt, but sodium. Sodium's in salt. Sodium. Keep your sodium content between 1,500. This is for me. This is what I do. When I'm cutting up, I keep my sodium content between 1,500 milligrams and 2,500 milligrams per day. You already know sugar. Cut out the sugar. Sugar has absolutely no purpose in the body. None. Look it up. Look up. I want you to Google the purpose of sugar in the body. It has zero purpose. Zero. So understand this. If you're a big sugar eater, you're going to have to stop eating sugar. And then when I say stop eating sugar, I want you to think that I don't eat some candy every now and then. I do, but I don't have a bunch of candy sitting around the house in bowls and upstairs in the room for snacks. I don't do none of that. My favorite candy is Reese's peanut butter cups. When I want Reese's, I'll go get a 2-package cups, and then when I eat it, that's it. I don't go and buy a Costco size of those little ones thinking that I'm gonna just eat one every now and then. No, I'm not. I'll eat the whole bag. Trust me. Any other questions? Any other questions? Like I said, Silent Rage, if you guys new to the channel, go all the way back to the back of my I got hundreds of this channel. Go all the way to the end. All the way to the end. You'll see all my workout videos. Okay. Go check them out. I'm a big calisthenics type of dude. A lot of body weight type of stuff. Mike says, Hyphy, this is Mr., by the way, and you have my consent to break down my financial dilemma. Okay, cool. Okay, Hyphy, go ahead and throw that in there so the room can see it. I say it like this. Mike, you're ahead of the game with 2 paid off cars. Okay. There is no reason you should have had a car payment. You could be killing the game. Trust me. And you got 2 nice cars too. A 2010 Honda Accord. Oh yeah. I'll roll that all till the wheels fall off. Mike says, what do you think of the keto diet? I think it works, but I always look at it this way. I always do things that I can, food wise, I can do for the rest of my life, not temporary. So, because I tried the keto diet, it worked, but am I going to live like that for the rest of my life? No, I'm not going to live that way for the rest of my life. But I did. What was that new? I just watched the new movie on Netflix called The Game Changers. Man, you guys, if you guys haven't seen that, go check out The Game Changers on Netflix. Go check that out. Go check it out. It'll have you rethinking. It sure did. I'm gonna watch it again. It had me rethinking almost everything. I was like, what? Because think about it this way. Look at the silverback. Look up the silverback gorilla. The silverback gorilla is a vegetarian. They don't eat meat. How is that silverback gorilla looking like that? By eating plants and twigs. That thing is huge. What's that tell you? Go check out The Game Changers. The Game Changers on Netflix. Go check that out. Mike was so ahead of the game. I think he got rattled by being the only one outside the debt matrix. So he panicked and put himself back in. That is a good, you know what, Hyphy? That is a very good evaluation. You're right. And believe it or not, Mike, that's exactly what happened. You were the only one outside the debt matrix that was making sense of paid off cars. And I can imagine this. I can imagine people in the debt matrix saying, hey man, you deserve a new car. You deserve a better car. Those cars are old. Hey Mike, this is what everybody in the debt matrix, they say things like this. Oh man, you deserve a new car. You never know. That car might break down on you at the wrong time. What if the window stopped working? What if you're out and you have this and that and you can't trust it? You know, they say, man, once a car reaches over a certain amount of miles, man, you need to that's what people in debt, they come up with these excuses so they can justify themselves financing a new car. That's it. There's nothing more than that. You gotta, Mike, you just succumb to the people in the debt matrix. You succumb to their conditioning because 2 paid off cars, you're way ahead of the game. Somewhere in there, you were like, man, let me just have these paid off cars. Something in your head told you that. You killing it, man. Get rid of that car. Mike says, you're absolutely right. Yes. And you know what, Mike? This is, I want you to say it. What Hyphy's telling you, when you step outside the debt matrix, it's obvious. He's not saying anything spectacular. I promise you. Hyphy's not saying anything spectacular. We can see that happening and we can just say it because it is. You know what I'm saying? It's when you get out the debt matrix, you can see it all. You can be like, wow, why'd you do that? Oh, okay. Well, you know. You got 2 paid off cars? Yeah. What? Who told you to get a paid? Oh, they did. They told me. They said those cars. It's a 2010. We're in 2020. That's a 10-year-old Honda. You know, you better upgrade. Says, and then you got to go. Says who? Who's telling you that information? This person in debt with student loan debt that's older than their children. Oh, that's why they said that. Okay. Any other questions? Any questions? Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the donations. Thank you. Like if I get the donation during the stream, I'll give a shout out too. But thank you, everybody, for following me. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to hit that like button. Appreciate everybody, man. You guys and I appreciate you guys' feedback. And I want to make sure I point this out too. I want to make sure I'm not intimidating people not to come to me. Or I might be intimidating the way I sound, that you're hesitant to, because I could tell people are right at that door, but they don't want to cross that threshold. This is why I talk to you on the phone. Okay. You don't have to be prepared. You don't have to get any files and papers together. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to do any of that. We're just going to get on the phone and we're just going to talk. And trust me, there's two languages when it comes to money, debt and debt free. If you're in debt, you're going to talk a certain way, and there's some things that you're going to be saying that you don't know you're saying, but it helps me help you. Okay. Mark says, my coworker thinking of buying a new car. I advised him against it, but he isn't listening. He's got a nice car too. He's in a debt matrix, Mark. He's in a debt matrix, Mark. Are you out of here, Mark, already? Okay. See you later, man. Have a good one. Nicer. You have a good one too. I haven't heard Nicer complain about her battery. She must have upgraded. You upgraded? Did you finance a phone, Nicer? Because I haven't heard you mention one time that your battery ran out. Did you finance a new iPhone 11? Any questions, you guys? Any questions? Any questions of me? Any questions of my service to you? You know, I want you guys to ask all these questions. Hey, LJ, how are you going to help me? What do you start with? I mean, anything. It's totally up to you guys. It's an open book. Okay. Let me know. And again, I need you guys' help to grow, man. I need to get on more collaborations. Who put that link up there for the? Was that you, Hyphy, that put that link up for the guy that was mentioned to go collab with? I'm scrolling back. I'm gonna see here. I always do that. I see the name, but I can always go back. It's not a big deal. Okay, Glendon. Gotcha. This is the guy I'm gonna look up here. .com user Glendon 007. Let me look him up while we're just thinking about this. Glendon 007. Glendon. Oh. Oh, gotcha. Okay. His name is Hustlers Kung Fu. Gotcha. Oh, you know, I have come across him before. I have. Many eons ago. Okay. Okay. I got to listen to his videos. I don't know how many of you guys follow him, but if you know who he is he coming from a debt-free perspective or a debt perspective? But it looked like he got some good topics. I'm just looking through the topics of his videos. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Any of you guys follow Hustle Kung Fu? Anybody in the room? Hyphy says, by having multiple vehicles, that's excess insurance and registration. You pay every year. Just in those two departments, that's over $1,000 per year. And we haven't mentioned maintenance. Yeah, exactly. All that stuff that people forget to include in the equation. It costs money to have a car. It's not, even if you're not even driving and it's sitting there, you got to keep it registered. You can't just skip a year of registration. Say like you didn't drive it for a couple of years and you say, oh, okay, I'm going to start driving this car. You can't go back and just skip the couple of years. They're going to make you pay for those last 2 years. And this was crazy here. In South Carolina, they tie, because Washington, they don't do this. But here in South Carolina, they tie your insurance to your car. So if you stop paying your insurance, the insurance company notifies the state that you don't have insurance, and then the state voids your plates. I mean, they got it tied so well. And then, like, my girlfriend's oldest son just got his license last year. As soon as he registers for the license, you get a notice in the mail saying, hey, we could notice you got a licensed driver. You got to add him to your insurance. I'm thinking, well, just because if my kid gets a license, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna have him drive my cars. But according to the state, they're gonna force you to put them on there, or they automatically put this person on your insurance. I was like, what? How in the world did they get away with that? I have no idea how to get away with that. Nicer says, my neighbor hooked me up with a charger 3 times faster than the one I had. Okay. I gotcha. Okay, because I haven't heard you complain about your battery for a while, Nicer. You follow him? Do you follow Hustle Kung Fu NC Briggs? NC Briggs says he's good, but can't use his channel without getting out of debt. He's good, but can't use his channel. Oh, okay. You're saying, you're saying that you got to be out of debt before you can use what he's saying, which is good, which is a good thing. I ain't complaining about that, but which is cool. I have ordered his classes. Okay. Oh, he's got online classes. Okay. Mike can help me do some structuring here. First time hearing of Kung Fu, Hustle Kung Fu. So any other questions, you guys? I'm going to check him out. I'm going to see what he's about. But the way NC Briggs says, he says he's good, but can't use his channel without getting out of debt. So it sounds like he's coming from Hustle Kung Fu. It's coming from a debt-free perspective. So which is good. So I'm going to check him out, because once I get this channel going and start having lots of money come in, I'm gonna need to understand the outside of this because of taxes. When you start making more money, you don't be like the majority, start complaining about there's more money being taken out. Have you ever heard the saying, the more money you make, the more money they take? Yeah, that's true. Taxes. But if you take the time to understand how the tax system works, you can figure out tax avoidance is legal. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is legal. And you can practice this stuff right now, but you got to get out of debt first. You can practice before you get into the business side of taxes and how it all works. You can practice right now with your own personal finances with a job. Get out of debt. Use the vehicles of 401k and HSA. That will give you practice once you understand how that works. And then when you jump on the business side about taxes, it'll start to make sense naturally. Okay. Best Version Motivation says he has been interviewed by O'Shea before. Oh, okay. That's cool. Wow. I've been trying to reach out to O'Shea, but he's been on it, man. He's been busy. My strategy is very different. A lot of people really don't want to hear how I save them debt. They just think it can't be that easy. There's got to be another way. You must borrow your way to financial freedom. That's not true. None of that is true. Notorious B.I. Hyphy says, referencing last night's stream, the elementary kid that wants to wear the SMD shirt to school, that kid will have all their teachers furious. They're still paying student loans. I know, right? Oh my God. I cannot remember. Who was that? I don't think I've seen that follower for a minute though. It was a follower's kid. Cause I know, dang, this eyelash is bugging the crap out of me. I know FVJ's son listens, but he's not on there now. But I definitely would give his son one. I gotta write to him and let him know that. And there was one other person's kid that wanted to do that. Notorious B.I.G. More money, more problems, and the debt matrix anthem. But again, Nicer. Once you understand how the taxes work, that even that saying won't even apply. It won't even apply. When it comes to taxes. When it comes to problems, maybe other people, because people in the debt matrix believe if you make a lot of money, you should be giving it to them. That's what people in the debt matrix believe, So any other questions, you guys? I think I'm gonna go ahead and get me some pho, because I found this new place, Faux Claire. It's called Faux Claire inside of in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Man, this place is delicious. It is delicious. Let me bring up this. Let me see if I think I got a picture of it. My girlfriend here. Just a second here. For those of you that may live in the area, one second here. 1 second. 1 second. Let me bring this up real quick here. I want you guys to see something here. This place is delicious, man. I think I'm going to go get this today. That's the one thing I love about being debt-free, financially free. You just get to do what you want at the time you wake up. It's wonderful. It's wonderful, man. NC Briggs says, I've been listening to Glendon about 8 years, but I needed freedom first. Okay. See, I like the way you can see that, NC Briggs. I like the way you can see. Well, you could tell that he's talking the right language, but you must be debt free to really understand what he's saying. I am Brandon, excuse me. Linnell, how do you feel about going into a lot of debt in order to receive a law degree? I put it like this, I am Brandon. This is what I say. Because people think I'm against student loans. I'm not against student loans, but this is what I want you to always look at it this way. If you get a law degree, make sure you go to in-state. Don't go out of state because you know it's more money out of state. When you get those student loans, make sure you get what you need, not extra to spend on tires and all this other stuff. And then when you graduate and you land that excellent law degree job, that law job, you continue to live like a college student until every single penny of that debt is paid off. I don't care if you have to go live back with your parents. I don't care if you're driving that 2008 Honda Accord for another 4 or 5 years. It doesn't matter. Don't listen to anybody in the debt matrix. This move alone, by paying off your student loan right away, because remember, never forget this, always think about money collectively. There's $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. That's 45 million people. If you graduate, land that awesome job, if you pay off your student loans right away, that will automatically catapult you ahead of 45 million people that are in student loan debt right away, right off the bat. That'll set you financially ahead. And then imagine if you're debt free and a lawyer and all your checks are yours. Can you imagine how fast your money's going to stack? You don't even realize what type of lawyer you're going to be. When you're a financially free lawyer and you're doing what you love, you're going to kill it. Nobody's going to be able to stop you. No law firm is going to intimidate you into doing things that you don't want to do. It just doesn't, your whole working life will be totally different. And you'll be placed in a position that are not advertised to regular people, because the majority of businesses are asking for people's credit reports now. Now, the majority of people believe they're looking for your credit score for some reason. That doesn't even make any sense. Why would an employer be looking for your credit score? That doesn't make, they're looking to see how much debt you're in. If you're deep in debt, they can use you. They can make you work for free if you're deep in debt. Period. Because the majority of lawyers, they love to graduate, land that job, and then show the world that they're a lawyer by going deep in debt to showing the world. Don't do that. Do the exact opposite. Nicer says, Martha, the 5th grader, is, Limit for Life daughter. If I remember, you are correct. All right. You are correct. I haven't seen Limit for Life for a minute. That's right. It was the daughter of him or her. I can't remember if Limit for Life was a man or a woman. I think it was a man, wasn't it? I haven't seen him come on for a while, so you're right. Thank you, Nicer. Appreciate it. So again, I am Brandon. I'm not against student loan. If you believe that that's what you want to do as far as a lawyer, and you want to do that, and you're not being pressured just to be a lawyer because your parents told you to be a lawyer, or somebody in your family said this is what you got to do. Because imagine this. Imagine being a kid, being told by their parents that you're going to be a doctor, this is what you're going to do, but they're not paying for it. They're telling their kid to get student loans, and this kid is just doing it because their parents told them to do it, and then they get all the way, like, imagine going to school and you're halfway through and you realize, to become a doctor, and you realize you don't want to do that. Now you can't turn around. You're about $150,000 in debt. You can't stop. You can't stop. Now you got to go all the way through doing something you don't like. And imagine you become a doctor and you really don't like it. Now you're about $300,000 in student loan debt. You have no choice but to remain a doctor until every single penny of that debt is paid off, because how are you going to get out of $300,000 worth of debt now? You're trapped. Now imagine how many doctors are out there that don't even want to be doctors anymore, but they can't stop because they're so deep in student loan debt. Can you imagine? So imagine the type of healthcare you're going to be getting from a doctor that doesn't even want to be a doctor. You see what I'm saying? That's scary. That's a scary thought. Very scary. Very scary thought. Any other questions? This is what I meant to show you guys. Okay, let me where did I put it? All right. This is where I'm going to eat today. I'm going to Fauclair. I love Fauclair, man. This place is I didn't drop some coin there at this place. All right. This is Fauclair inside of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Place is good, man. It's delicious. If you're in the area, you need to look it up and find it. If you like pho, that's a Vietnamese type of the soup with the noodles and stuff in it. That's pho. I think it's called pho, though. Pho, not pho. We Americans call it pho, but it's pho. BK from Rocky says, in my opinion, law is the most overpriced degree out there. They average six-figure debt for their education, and a bunch of their stuff can be done by filing clerks. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. You know, honestly, BK, man, it's from any degree. The degrees don't necessarily mean you're going to make money. You got to apply that degree. And if you get into that as a passion, the way I'm passionate about finances, you can kill it, right? But it's the same as like teachers. Teachers don't make anything. They don't really make that much money, but their degrees cost more than their annual salaries. It's just crazy. And teachers are overworked, man. I commend them, man. I commend teachers. They got to go to school for all those years, accumulate all that debt, and then they get paid peanuts to teach our kids publicly. If I was a teacher, my goal would be to go private. Because let me tell you guys this, I promise you, I would be a complete idiot, ego tripping if I thought I was the only person that knew what I know about money today. That'd be a complete ego trip. You better believe they teach what I'm showing you guys in private school. You better believe that happens. Believe that. Public schools, they don't have a chance. They don't have a chance. They teach now. What I know about money, I can clearly understand that they teach people the basics to be a regular worker. They teach you that from the beginning. Hey, you're going to go to school, get good grades, so you can get a good job. That's all they teach you. They don't teach you about money. They don't teach you about business. They don't teach you how to be an independent thinker. They don't even tell you how to think independently. That is on purpose, you guys. That is on purpose. We need the majority of people to be regular workers to whatever field. It doesn't matter if they're a doctor, lawyer, pharmacist. It doesn't matter. None of those titles don't matter. Debt doesn't care about that kind of stuff. You have to think independently. You have to get out of debt, and you will find whatever it is that you're looking for. I know it's weird to say it. How's debt going to help me find? It will. That's the only thing I could say. It will. Any other questions? Any other questions? We're about an hour and 38 minutes into it. I'm going to text my girlfriend and tell her to start getting ready because we're about to go eat some pho. Let me say shopping and pho today. She never turned down pho. Any other questions, you guys? Any other questions? Did that right? There we go. All right, you guys. I guess it's kind of quiet, so we're gonna wrap it up here. If you guys have any ideas, please don't hesitate to email me. If there's something different topics you guys want me to talk about, you know what I'm saying? You can email me or email me your ideas or what you want me to, even if, and if you guys want to, I never put this up here for some reason. I always forget to put this up here for you guys to, if you want to join the broadcast. to ask me a question for everybody so everybody can hear. There's the stream, but we're about an hour and 40 minutes into it, and it's kind of quiet today. I know it's a Tuesday, middle of the day, early in the morning on the West Coast. But let me know. Just email me. Let me know if you guys have any ideas, new ideas for the show, for the channel. If we can reach out to people that I can collaborate with, send them to my channel so they can see what I do, see what my style is, because I'm by what I'm hearing from the Kung Fu person there, Kung Fu something. I can help prepare a person to hear. I can help people help themselves help hear him better. NC Break says, my question is that I worry about career choices. You know what? Again, NC Briggs, once you get out of debt, I know I keep repeating this because I've lived it and done it. Once you get out of debt, you'll know exactly what to do. You will. You know, you won't think about career choice. You'll think about it, but you'll think about it in a different way. You know, because I remember at one point when I was when I lived in the debt matrix, I was making money. I was already in the six figures, but this is a natural process. I was thinking, man, I need to make more money. How am I going to make more money? I got to get a higher education. I almost got deeper in debt, in student loan debt, so I could go get a master's. So I thought I can get more money. You know, it's just crazy. Thank God I didn't do that. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness I did. Because I know a few friends and coworkers that actually did that. It's like, oh, I need to make more money. I'm gonna go back, and then went and got a master's and went about $60,000 more in student loan debt. Thank God I didn't do that. Oh my goodness. Woo. Hyphy says all this debt floating around, but no debt questions. Interesting. Exactly. You know what it is, Hyphy? You know what it is, man. They're really shy about talking about their personal debt. That's it. It's nothing. You know, I knew the business I was in. I knew the challenge, but I understood how rare it is. And that means I could just charge more for my services because I'm rare. But what I do is easy for people to adapt to. All they got to do is trust mathematics, and then they'll know. You know what I'm saying? So any other questions? We're definitely going to cut this off in about 15 minutes for sure. 2 hour mark will definitely be the stopping point. Okay, so any other questions? Any other questions? Let me put my banners up here just in case. You want to go see my credit report? You can see on the Discord server, or you can just go to my Facebook. I put up all my memes on my Facebook, but I'm gonna start putting a lot of them in the Discord server so you guys can check it out. And Hyphy, as always, thank you for all your help. Much appreciated. Hyphy says, all this debt floating around and no debt questions. Yeah, that's just the way it is. I'm not. And if you're new to my channel, I thank you, everyone, for coming. Much appreciated. Yeah. Thank you. If you can, if you are new and you're just watching, you can just let me know how you found me. I'd appreciate it. Did I just pop up on your timeline? Did somebody refer you to me? Please feel free to say anything. And I want you to know that the Savings Minus Debt family is a place that you can come, and you don't have to be embarrassed of any type of financial questions. You won't be made to feel dumb like you were supposed to know something years ago, or you should be knowing about investing and all this other stuff. That's just debt speak, okay? Abe says, the guy you're talking about is Glendon Cameron. Yes, it is. Yeah, Abe, Glendon 007 or something like that. Hyphy says, you have them focused on fitness and nutrition now. LJ, I guess that's going to be the second channel. I guess it is. You're right. My girlfriend's been telling me that for the longest. She's like, Linnell, you need to do both. I said, okay, I'll do both. Abe says, if I'm making $80K a year with $220,000 of debt, how long would it take to pay off? Well, first, Abe, you do the math just on the basics right now. Right now, you're talking 80K gross. Okay. And then what do you divide that divide 220 by 80 will tell you how many years it will take for you if you had just the gross without taxes. That kind of give you an idea of how long it would take. If you had every single penny, no taxes out, and you divide the 220 by the 80, it will tell you exactly how long it would take you to pay off that $220,000 worth of debt. But there's so many factors in there, Abe, that once I create a plan for you, there's things I can show you that it wouldn't take you that long. Okay. There's so many things in there that I can change and help you pay off that debt fast with your own money. NC Briggs says, Linnell, I'm going to talk to my son's chapter schools. Maybe you can do something with them. I would love to do that, NC Briggs. Point him to my channel. Because I'll tell you this right now. If I could get, okay, you guys don't know, but I follow Damon Dash closely. Okay, he is right up my alley. If I could get with him, if I could partner with Dame Dash, and same thing with this school, NC Briggs, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying Dame Dash not because he's big and famous, but I'm saying because he just talks the right language, right? If I can get kids at a young age and teach them right now, it will change the game. Because if you ever listen to Damon Dash, he speaks exactly what I speak too. But if I could get with him and start some kind of school that's good for the kids and teach them now, they will thank Dame Dash's business for the rest of their life for helping them. Because you'll never go back. I promise you. Once you get out of debt, there is no going back. There will not be saying, hey, yeah, man, I remember being debt free, but I had to finance this car. That kind of stuff will never happen again, because you'll know what that means. You'll know you'll never finance a car again, ever. Ivy says, too many factors. We don't know your current expenses, spending habits, unexpected expenses, etc. Most importantly, willing to get out of debt. Too many factors to give an answer to that question exactly. That's why I only could give you the general answer by the numbers. Oh, crap. She's got a headache. That's why I only can give you general answers, because of the numbers. There's too many factors. There's way too many factors. But I can tell you right now, an $80,000 income, that is a very good size shovel to get you out of debt. Okay, that's a very good size shovel. You can do it. You can do it, especially on 80,000. Let me just see what it is with just those rough numbers. Okay, let me see something, because I even looked it up. Believe it or not, I can create you a plan. Believe me. Wow. Okay. So right off the bat, it's a little over 2.5 years with just the numbers you gave me. And that's without tax being taken out. That's gross. So you look at it with the plan, you could probably be out of 200 something. You could probably be out of that in 5 years. I can make a plan for you to be out of that in 5 years. Will you like it? You probably won't like it. Will you have to stop listening to people in the debt matrix? Yep. You won't be able to listen to anybody in the debt matrix. I don't care what kind of house they're buying. I don't care what kind of dog they're financing. I don't care what kind of car they're financing. Yes, people finance dogs. Yes, they do. Phones. You can't listen to people going on vacation. Stay off of social media, because you'll get sucked into people going on vacations and look like they're enjoying life, not knowing that once they step off that plane, when they're coming home, their debt will be waiting for them. Their debt will be waiting for them as soon as they step off that plane. Hyphy says, it's possible Mr. could have avoided going back in the debt matrix if he had online friends like us. Exactly right. You're true. The debt matrix is strong. Okay. Imagine being Because this is what I imagine, Mister. I imagine Mister having 2 paid off cars, and then people in the debt matrix coming yip yapping in his ear. But those cars are old. You need better than that. You deserve better. You got to raise. You said all that debt talk, right? And then you just naturally fall. Okay, well, I guess it's not that much more money per month. It's just another car. It's not bad that we have extra. Just all that stuff, right? You won't listen to them anymore. Black Knight says the reason why it is so hard for most people to get out of debt is they are unwilling to significantly reduce their lifestyle. Gotcha. Okay, that's true. They don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to do what it takes. I don't even call it sacrifice. Once you get out of debt, it's really not a sacrifice. It's not. Once you get out of debt, everything changes. So, but people, this is how people in the debt matrix think. They think if they reduce their lifestyle, the majority of the people in debt around them they will see that they're reducing their lifestyle and will think they're broke, but they really are broke. And the people that's looking at them, that's calling them broke, are also broke too. So people in the debt matrix are only fooling each other. You got to stop believing people in the debt matrix. If you're ready, Abe, just reach out to me. Go to my website at the bottom. Book your own consult, book your time, which you want to schedule time with me. Make sure you specify your time zone when you do that. And let's go. Let's get it started, man. I don't want to be intimidating. I don't want you to feel like you have to come up with some paperwork ready for me to review. No, I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you on the phone, because trust me, when I hear you speak, I'll know exactly what to do for you. Okay? It's not a big deal. A lot of people, I can feel a lot of people at that door. I can feel them right there. They're just afraid to knock on my door. Come on, man, I ain't gonna bite. I am Brandon says, should a person temporarily stop investing money into stocks, 401k, and 529 college fund in order to get out of debt matrix? All right, this is what and that's a good question, Brandon. I'm glad you asked that question. Okay, and this is how I let you answer that question. Okay, this is how I do it. Add up all your savings, Brandon, and then add up all your debt. Yes, including your student loans, mortgages, collections, tickets, back child support. Not saying that you have it. I'm just saying in general, right? Then I want you to go savings minus debt equals how much money you have to contribute to your 401k. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have to contribute to your 529. So now you tell me, Brandon, you tell me, is it a good idea or not a good idea? You tell me. Tell me how much money you have to contribute to that 401k with that formula. See the scrolling on the bottom there? Savings minus debt. You tell me. Okay. I love it when people ask me that question, because I get that question all the time. People ask me that question all the time. Should I stop investing in my 401k while I'm trying to get out of debt? I'll say, I'll let you answer that question. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have to contribute to retirement. If your finances are in the negative, oh, okay, we've talked already, Abe. Okay. See, I talk to people's real names and and names inside of the chat room. So please excuse me if I don't remember, because I don't associate people's names with their names on YouTube. So I'm sorry. Abe says, we've talked already. I'm the student going into physical. Okay, gotcha. You are welcome, Brandon. You're welcome. See how easy that is to answer that question? If you always think like that. Now imagine this, Brandon. Now this, and I want everybody in the room to listen to this, because I want you to be able to hear people in debt that try to talk as if they're smart. So have you ever been at work and somebody is talking as if, oh yeah, I got this, I'm investing in my 401k, I'm getting a 6% match, I'm not missing that money, this and that, blah, 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 right? If they're in debt, they're not investing anything. They're just talking. The 401k, the real money of a 401k is not the match. It's not the match. It's the tax savings. People in debt, they believe they're getting a 6%, 3% match. No, they're not. Savings minus debt equals how much money you're matching. It's mathematically impossible to match negative dollars to anything. That's math says this, not me. Math says this. Math says it's mathematically impossible to invest in a 401k. And if you hear anybody that they're talking like they're making all this interest in the stock market, savings minus debt equals how much money they have to invest in the stock market. If their finances are in the negative, they're not earning interest on anything. They just believe they are. That's mathematically impossible to earn interest on negative dollars. That's impossible. This is what math says. Now, if 85% of Americans are in debt, imagine how many of those people are investing in the stock market that believe they're earning interest on their money. It's not even their money. They're investing indirectly for the bank because it's mathematically impossible. They are literally in the negative. So they literally have no money to invest in the stock market. So guess what? They're borrowing the money. The interest is being made for the banks, not them. They don't know that. So if you break that even down further, imagine how few people are investing in the stock market with real money. It's probably this much. Crazy to think about. That's the only way I think about money now, you guys. And you can know all this by starting with your own finances. Treat your personal finances like a business. Think about it this way. If your personal finances were your business today, would you still be in business? If your finances are in the negative, you would not be in business. You would be bankrupt. Done. All right, we got about 5 minutes, you guys. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Any other questions? Any other questions? Liang says, I invest in my 401k Roth because I believe taxes will go up in the future. Liang, have you invested in, have you maxed out all your pre-tax options first? 401k, HSA? Have you maxed out those first? I don't look into the future when it comes to taxes. I don't do that kind of stuff. Nobody can look into the future. Nobody knows if taxes are going to be up, down, whatever. They're just assuming because they believe taxes are going up currently. But again, that all counts on who you're talking to today. If you talk to a person today with their own business and understand how taxes work, taxes never go up. When you have your own, first of all, when you own your own business, you can legally never pay taxes again. So if you figure out how to legally not pay taxes anymore, taxes never go up for you. That's the future of, hey, because people in debt, they assume that they see, hey, man, taxes are higher this year than last year than the previous 5 years. Yeah, that's a natural process. That's what happens. But if you figure out how to not legally pay taxes, you don't care what they go up to because you're going to pass those taxes on to your customer. It doesn't matter how much they go up. You don't have to do that. It doesn't. So I don't really look into investing in something that's going to supposedly help me in the future. That's just me personally. I'm not saying I'm against 401k Roth. Do your thing, whatever. But right now, the only thing I think about is saving money today. And right now, if I invest in everything that is pre-tax that I can save right now is the guaranteed ROI, not some future date. Right now, every single year. Jennifer says, congrats on the teas. I'll be getting mine soon. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I want, the first design I wanted, it was color across the front, but I'm gonna tell you, I want those shirts, but they're gonna be way more, okay? Because I didn't realize how much more money when you throw color print on a shirt, it jacks that price up, jacks it way up. So understand that I will be making the color ones on the front, but the price is gonna be more, okay? That's just it. That's what it's gonna be. Ivy says, once again, this Discord server where LJ and other SMD members build behind the scenes. Thank you again, Hyphy. Much appreciated. Black Knight says you shouldn't use a 401k Roth until you max out all your pre-tax options. Correct. That is very correct. Very correct. All pre-tax options, even the ones, figure out the ones in your city, because your local city probably has some kind of pre-tax options that you might invest in something that they might be trying to build in the city. And they say, if you contribute some money towards this, they're going to knock some taxes off. It meant pre-tax, those type of options are guaranteed ROI. The majority of the taxes that the majority pay that you don't is money in your pocket. Okay. Best Version Motivation says, LJ, would you agree a person can fund their 401k and pay off debt at the same time with a proper budget plan? No. That's mathematically impossible. And the same thing, add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have to contribute to a 401k. If your finances are in the negative, you cannot invest in anything outside yourself. That's mathematically impossible. Math says you have no money to invest while you're in debt. None, zero, nada, nothing. If you're in debt, you have no money to invest in anything outside of yourself but to pay off debt. That's it. This is a Best Version. This is not me. This is math saying this. I'm just being the voice of math. Anytime you come across that, or anytime somebody asks that question, you have them answer the question. You say, hey, man, think of the number. How much debt do you think you're in? This is how you can ask them. Don't even do the savings minus debt. Just say, hey, think of that number think of how much money it would take to write off all your debt. Okay. Think of that number in your head. That's a large negative number. Yes. Yes. Now, if you're trying to contribute to your retirement, that's the pool of money you have to contribute to your retirement. Then they're going to look at you in confusion, and you're going to say, exactly. You can't contribute to your 401k while your finances are in the negative. That's mathematically impossible. So you cannot do that. You cannot break the rules. You cannot break the laws. You can't. Math says you can't do that. Any other questions? All right, we had 2 hours. Thank you, everyone, for participating. Much appreciated. Until next time. Don't forget to join this the Discord server. I'm on there a lot. Hyphy's on there a lot. We're always answering questions. Please join. I get my alerts on there. Sometimes I just like jumping in there to answer quick questions. Might even come up with some good suggestions on some shows, okay? All right, you guys, Best Version. I got your alerts on, so when you're ready to do one of those live spiritual laws of the universe, man, I'm ready. All right. All right, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. All right, bye-bye.